This is the year that you automate everything. I know you're going to hear it from me all year long. I think it's my new mantra, in fact, automate everything. I'm just getting involved in the tech world and I'm discovering software and apps and all these things that make your life so much easier. And I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm just so excited. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Now, we are asked questions all the time, all day, about Airbnb hosts, how they find house cleaners, how the house cleaners find the Airbnb hosts, or the vacation rental or short-term rental hosts, and how they all work together. So today we have a very interesting guest. This is Chad Phillis from Macomi, and they are an international property management company that partners the two together. I know, super exciting. Please help me welcome Chad Phillis with Macomi.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chad Phillis with Macomi, which is a property management company for Airbnb hosts. So really exciting stuff. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the company and what we do and how we started. We're about 2 years old and we are making a ton of progress right now and growing rapidly. And really what separates us from other property management companies in the short-term rental world is that we are a full service solution for hosts. We do everything from the beginning to end so that the host can solely focus on getting back their time 100% or scaling their business and going out and acquiring more properties. So those are just some of the things that we do that other companies don't exactly do. And I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have for me, Angela.
Yeah, I'm super excited that you came on the show today because we have so many Airbnb hosts and we have hosts that are hosts for the first time. They're just getting involved in the business. They have an extra room in their house. Their kids have gone off to school and now they're getting in the property management business, if you will. And so I'm just curious to know, where would you start if you were a brand new beginner to get connected with someone like yourself?
Yes, great question. So there are plenty of resources online where people can go and check out property management companies. And one thing that I recommend is never go it alone, especially if you're going to start out doing this. It's a big venture. I mean, it's something that you're jumping into. There's a lot of things that as a host, if someone who's never done this before, that you don't know about. And the big thing that we like to do is make people a lot of money really fast instead of them going through the trial and error process by themselves and then falling flat on their face and saying this doesn't work. Because we all know that being an Airbnb host can be one of the most profitable things that somebody can do nowadays when it comes to starting a business that generates cash flow quickly. So yeah, we have our website, which is www.macomi.com. And if you go there, there's plenty of resources that you can look at that's going to help you on your journey to becoming an Airbnb host. Another way is to contact me directly and we can have a conversation and kind of see where you're at and see where we can go together in growing your business. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunity, and this market is getting bigger and bigger. As we know, Airbnb is growing by millions of users every single day.
And it is. And one of the concerns that we have, and I keep coming back to this, is the cleaning. You can't get away from the cleaning. There's cleaning and then there's more cleaning. How would a homeowner go about finding a house cleaner through a property management company like Macomi?
So the really cool thing about working with a full service property management company is that they already have established relationships with professional cleaners in these different territories where you are, so that you don't have to worry about making any calls or doing anything like that. It's already set up. Macomi already has relationships in almost every single city with professional cleaners who are excellent at what they do. So yeah, that is fully automated, fully taken care of, and we're always looking for new cleaners to bring on board. On how we get the cleaners actually is we don't connect with single cleaners normally, like a single person in all these cities. We actually deal with big companies. And that's one of my jobs at the company, is to connect with these cleaning companies and bring them on board. So it's more of a personal relationship. And we vet these cleaners a lot, definitely a lot, to make sure that the quality is there, because we know that the more 5-star reviews somebody gets, the more money they're going to make, the more bookings they're going to get, and the happier they're going to be as customers.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so let me say that there are a bunch of house cleaners out there. What is the right size of company for having so many employees or whatever in order to contact you to be qualified to work with one of your Airbnb areas?
That is a great question. So Some companies are a little bit smaller, but they focus solely on short term rentals. Those ones are excellent for single cities that we're looking for. Sometimes they have anywhere from 10 to 20 maids or cleaners on their staff, and those are perfect. Those are really good. And then in other cities that are larger, sometimes they cover multiple suburbs. Some of those cleaners have anywhere from 50 to 150 cleaners on staff. So those are more of our full service partners who handle the 24/7 lockout services, which we take care of all of the guest communications. And they're really our boots on the ground when it comes to our service.
Well, and what I'm hearing you say is automate, automate, automate. And so in my head, I'm thinking that the host still has to be involved, but it sounds like it would be really lovely if, in fact, they weren't.
Yes, yes, and that is the whole point. There's plenty of services out there that will do part of it. They'll take a little bit off your hands, and then you gotta if you really want to fully outsource everything, you have to go to a bunch of different places to do it. And that's why really Macomi was created. And the idea of it is to have everything in one spot where it's easy to see, it's easy to look at, and you really don't have to worry about a thing. You can work another full-time job and just all you have to do is collect a paycheck from Macomi and keep living your life and acquiring more properties if that's what you want to do.
Oh my goodness, this is exciting. Okay, so do you guys also take care of things like the restocking of all the different items and stuff?
Yes, we do. Yes, to an extent, we do. We restock basic toiletries, and if you want to do it yourself, that's fine. If not, normally we only charge $5 for that. So it's a very cheap way to do it, but we don't want to put anything on our host's plate that they don't want to take care of. So
Mhm.
we do have systems in place to take care of that.
And I hear you say the word systems, which suggests that there's a plug and play program where a host that's just starting out could say, because I don't know exactly what I'm doing, instead of overdoing or over giving like gift baskets or whatever to welcome your guests, it sounds like there's just a program where they just plug in and it works for you and you can provide that for them and they can be hands off and then they can go do what they do and you do what you do.
Yes, yes, and that's exactly the case. We have relationships with many different companies who do those gift baskets and those things that we actually have those plug and play options and say, hey, this person wants this, they want this, but they don't want to do it themselves. They have a life that they want to live and they want to make money on the side, or this could be their full time business, and then they really have a lot of time to expand. So yeah, we have systems in place for each and every area of the business, whether it be optimizing your listing, getting professional photographers. We have relationships with them to come in, set up the place, make it look beautiful. We have the whole systems in place, so very exciting.
And so when it comes to the Airbnb cleaning, are the house cleaners that you're hiring, are they already trained for Airbnb or do you do any training of your own?
Yes, they are. They're already trained. They're already have experience with Airbnb before they sign on with us. And then when they become a preferred partner with us, we actually train them on a couple softwares that we really like to use. And that's how we use, get all the scheduling in place, the photos before and after. So we have, everything just in case something were to happen. We have proof of photography. So it's all taken care of from start to finish.
So between the house cleaners that you guys hire and Macomi, you guys do the damage reports and file those claims and all that stuff. So the homeowner is not involved.
Yes. Yep. Yep. We do everything from, guest communication. If they're locked out at midnight, we're there with keys to help them get in. We have relationships with people in every single city to make that work.
And I'm guessing along with that, you have services that if people leave things behind, they can ship them back to the guest or what have you.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Things can get shipped wherever they need to be. Our cleaning companies in these different territories manage inventory for the Airbnb. So yeah, we really do have systems in place for everything. One thing that I wanted to mention we do require is that our hosts have 3 sets of linens and sheets and towels to make it an easy process for the cleaning companies to get in, get out, make sure everything's good so they don't have to wait there while it's all being washed, dried.
I love your rules. It sounds like you are so organized and that you have this down to a science, which is incredibly exciting because there are lots of, like I say, homeowners that are catching on to the Airbnb or the short-term rental wave. Tell me, just in closing, what is your experience? Like, is the trend for Airbnbs, is it getting bigger or is it kind of tapering off?
Yeah, right now the trend is actually exploding. People are realizing that the money in the short-term rental world is anywhere from 2 to 3 to even 4 times what it is in the long-term rental world. Landlords are actually realizing that their place is getting much better taken care of when it comes to the short-term rentals, because you have professional cleaning companies coming in twice a week at least to make sure the place is beautiful. No one's painting the walls or making everything their own. People treat these hosts' places like it's their own, and they really take care of it. So yeah, right now the trend is really going up, and it's a great time to jump in. If you have a vacation planned, that's a great time to contact a property management company, get your place listed, so you can get it booked, and maybe you get your vacation for free.
And I do have one more question. Are you locally or do you work all over the place? Like, are you just in America? Are you in Canada as well? Are you only in like Chicago, Illinois?
Yes. So right now, we are international. So we're a totally remote team. We work everywhere in the world where we have relationships with our other companies that can be our boots on the ground. Right now, we are in a couple places in Canada. We're actually in Paris as well. And we are in almost every single city in the United States. And if I get a host that says, hey, I want to work with you in a certain city, and I realize that we don't have partners there, we make it our number one priority to get partners there quickly to start growing in that part of the country.
I could dance with joy. Yay. So tell us one more time how to get in touch with you as we wrap this up.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to our website. You can email me at chad@mccomie.com. And there's also going to be a link that we can provide you that you can go to and schedule an appointment if you want to with myself, and we can have a conversation.
Alrighty, and that was Chad Phillis with McComie. I'm super excited that he was able to join us today and to share with us these little nuggets of wisdom that will help us automate everything in the new year. I just love learning things like this, and I love learning about how to expand into a particular market like the Airbnb market. I know lots of house cleaners, as they're growing their business and as they're scaling, they're looking for ways to fill in those gaps of not having enough customers and not having enough work, and finding work for people that only have a small window of time during the day. And so the Airbnb industry is perfect to plug somebody in that's maybe only part-time into one of these slots. Anyway, I'm going to leave links in the show notes to everything that we talked about so you can get in touch with Chad and also McComie. If you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.